Well, Harry, that was emphatic, wasn't it, in the end?
In the end, yeah. First half we had a lot of the ball, and we just lacked a little bit of patience, a little bit of quality in the final third. So we said at half time just to, stay patient, and then it just took a moment of quality from the boys, and we was able to get the pen, and then obviously once they got the man sent off, it opened the game up. But you still have to be ruthless in those moments, and 5-0 win here is an emphatic win, and we should be proud of the way we've handled this week.
I noticed that you seem to drop a little bit deeper, as you often do when England perhaps need a bit more influence in the midfield or a little bit deeper, and it changed the game. You and Jude started to make things really tick.
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes when you're playing against a low block especially, you can be isolated up there on your own, and as you've seen, I like to try and get on the ball and make things happen as well. So it was nice to obviously play that pass to Jude. He made a great run, and I was able to find him, and then it's about kind of finding the spaces. Me and Jude obviously have been playing together for a while now, so I feel like we complemented each other quite well, and then the wingers were kind of staying higher and wider, and it created more 1v1s for them, and we just looked more dangerous, to be honest.
Before this game, there were only 5 members of this England squad that had ever scored an international goal. There's now 9. I mean, Lee Carsley talked about expanding the talent pool and giving players some international experience. Boy, that worked tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, incredible, and I'm really happy for the boys. Playing for England is really special. Playing at Wembley is special, so it's a night them boys won't forget for sure. I remember my first goal so clearly still. So, that we spoke during the week about a chance for some of the younger players, some of the players who maybe haven't had as many minutes as they would have liked. And if they've come on or they've started, they've handled it really well. And obviously, going into that March camp now, it gives Thomas, great opportunities to, give these players another chance.
Quick word about Lee Carsley, the job he's done. His mission was to get England promoted from Group B2. That you've done that. What impact has he had? How have you got on with the manager?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's never easy coming off the back of a Euros and then going again in the September camp, and then obviously Nations League. There's always a little bit less talk, a little bit less aura around it. So it's important that you stay motivated, and I thought he brought a great energy. We wanted to win tonight for him as much as ourselves. I think he's been top drawer, plus the staff behind him as well. Obviously, we'll still see him around the 21s, and I'm sure they'll be pushing Thomas to get a few more players up from there. But I'm really proud of the lads that we could finish the job off for him, because he's been fantastic.
Quick word about Thomas. You know him so well. He'll have watched that from home, not involved directly, but he's got some resources to work with. We had 10 players missing from this England camp that withdrew, and you've got John Stones and Kobe Mainoo who weren't here before anyway because of injured. Harry Maguire, you know very well. Yeah. Loads more young players now really pushing for a place. There's real competition for places that Thomas has to think about.
Yeah, for sure. And we've got that great mix of young players pushing probably the more experienced players. We've got some experienced players like H and Lukey and them boys to come back as well. And I think that's how you create top teams. Just people pushing each other to reach new levels. And obviously it goes on how you're doing at your club as well. But I'm sure Thomas will have a tough squad to announce when he gets here in March. But he'll be looking at that and excited for sure. He knows what he's getting into. He knows the quality that we have, and I'm sure he'll come in with his own ideas and try and get us playing even better, and it'll be all focused on America.
Harry, on the subject of the guys who got their first goals for England tonight, obviously you've spoken before about this, Lee has spoken about this, Gareth did when he was a manager. England need more options who can regularly score goals. How important was tonight on that, looking ahead to play?
Yeah, for sure. I think especially when you get to major tournaments, it's about trying to get different goal scorers, different breakthroughs, different ways of scoring set pieces. That's important. But obviously, the attacking players are there to score the majority of the goals. But whenever the other lads can chip in like they did, and some of the passes out there tonight from some of the boys was top draw. So that's just the standard we have, and I think everyone's hungry to impress, and that pushes people on to be ruthless, and that's what you saw out there tonight.
Jared's goal was the quickest sub coming on. Was that something you worked on in training?
No, it wasn't that. It was funny because it was actually Taylor who said let's do something, and we'd had that probably for the last 3 years, to be honest, that kind of free kick. We had it a lot in the Euros, but we didn't quite get the opportunity to use it. So kind of told Jude and then told Jared, and it's just one of them that worked out perfect. So it was nice to see Jared get his goal, and he's come in and had a great camp, so delighted for him.
And Taylor, you mentioned, he looked pretty surprised when he scored. I mean, it was a great header to get, one to put away, but it was a great debut.
Yeah, great ball by Jude, great header by him. He attacked it like, he was probably dreamt as a kid when you're playing in your back garden, dreaming of playing at Wembley. He weren't going to let that one go. So, what a week for him to get his first call up and then to come on at Wembley and then score your first goal. It's a special night that he'll never forget.